3, 2, 1, go!
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my solo Minecraft series. If you watched the last episode, you will remember that I tried to build a mango tree farm and it didn't work. I say it didn't work, I blew it up, but as you saw from the time lapse, it is now working perfectly fine, and it's working very well. In fact, I will show you. Time lapse was about 3 minutes worth of footage and I got all this wood. So it is definitely working well, and I've still got a little bit of work to do improving the area, but for the most part it's done. You can see I've put in all this decoration and everything as well. This is the Walkwood farm and a little path up to the lever, and I've done access down to these two farms as well. Still got to do the outer wall, but that's a huge project for another time. Next thing I need to do is build a sugarcane farm, so I have a good supply of paper to make more of these rockets, and I've already got the gunpowder farm behind me. But yeah, I need paper to go along with it, and paper comes from sugarcane, so I'm gonna get on with that. Alright, so the sugarcane farm is finished, and I have to say I absolutely love this design. It's by Elmango. I'll leave a link in the description as always, and most sugarcane farms are just pretty boring. They use observers and pistons, and when the sugarcane grows it triggers the observer, which triggers the piston, and it breaks, and then you have hopper minecarts underneath or water streams or whatever, and that sorts it out. This one, however, is a little bit different, and I am going to show you all how it works. We're going to hit this button and then we're going to go free cam. So these minecarts come out, minecart hoppers, and they all get pushed down by this system, and then when they reach the end the trapdoors open and they all drop down, and the flying machines go. And so it breaks the sugarcane and picks it up at the same time, which is just absolutely genius. Once they get to the end, the flying machines go back, and the minecarts, this system means they go one by one. They all go in their little turn, which is just adorable. And then they come up here, they get broken on this, and fed back into the system, and then the sugarcane comes down here. And honestly, I love it. It's amazing. It's just super, like, therapeutic to watch. Yeah, I really like this design, so I'm glad I made it. And this storage is just temporary as well for the sugarcane. Eventually what I'm going to do is send it over here through water streams, because that's the gunpowder farm, and obviously I need sugarcane and gunpowder to make my rockets, so it'll just be easier to have it all in one place. But that, I think I'm going to do that maybe next episode, or I might just do it between episodes and not record it, I don't know. I've also been busy over here. I made this setup for the cactus. This is where the actual cactus is going to go, but I've got it blocked off at the minute because I just want to get a bunch of bone meal first. The cactus just comes up this water stream, and then it goes into the composters and into these chests. Done a bit of the decoration as well to try and keep it looking nice and save me having to do it all in one go at the end. Just thought I'd stay on top of it. So I actually had to go and get some ice for this system to transport the items, so I went to a frozen biome about 2,000 blocks that way, and on my adventures I found a pillager outpost, and in that pillager outpost was this horn, which I absolutely love. And for those of you that don't know, these were added I think in 1.19, and you can also get them from goats. Goats will charge at the player, and if you jump out of the way and they hit stone, they drop their horns. And there's, I think, 8 different horns. This one is called Sing, but I'm going to try and obviously get the rest of them as well. That's something that I want to do. I might set up a little farm to try and get the goat horns. I also stopped by a village on the way and there was a butcher, so I took his head because I needed it for my collection. The interior of the castle. If you've watched previous episodes, you've probably seen this already, and I do still need to do the redstone behind here. At the minute it's just empty, but I forgot the elevator. I will show you what I've been doing, and this is what I'm calling the bedroom. As you can see, beds.
Goodness, what an idea. Why didn't I think of that?
And yes, it's very minimalistic, but interior design is not really my forte, and I didn't really feel like I needed to do anything like that, so that's why I've just sort of left it like this. And then if I go up these ladders here, this is the enchanting room, and I really like this. I like these lights hanging down, just the general layout. Yes, it does bug me that it was off center, but I've just used this to store lapis in, and then the enchantment table there. And yeah, I really like using the trapdoors as a floor as well, because, you know, you can obviously see through them, and I think it's just a really cool look, to be honest. So, the plan for today's video, I've got a few things planned actually, but the first thing that I want to get on with is building at spawn. When I say spawn, I mean 0, in the world, which is only about 200-300 blocks away from the castle, which is in that direction behind me. But I have not been here in a very long time. I actually can't remember the last time I was here. I've had a design done for quite a long time, but I guess I've just been anxious about actually doing it because it's a lot of work. And I'm also going to need quite a few resources for it. So before I can actually start on what I want to do, I'm going to have to go and gather a bunch of resources. So I'm going to go do that, and then I will be back to start on this project. Alright, I've got all the materials that I need in these shulker boxes here, and the first thing I'm going to do is just outline the center area so you guys can get an idea of what my plan is and what I'm going to do, and I will be back shortly to show you how I get on with that. Alright, so I'm just going to use the free cam to show you what's going on. So this is the middle area, and then at this pillar, these 4 pillars are going to be the center for that outer little islands that I'm going to make, which that's what I'm going to do next. The middle spawn bit, I am still designing, still finalizing the details on that design, but I've done the outer bit, so I'm going to get on with those now. I think I will do a time lapse for you all. So when I recorded that last clip, I knew that I had to do some digging before I could start on the actual building process, but in my head I didn't think it would take that long, and that's why I thought I'll just time-lapse the digging too and put that on the front. So that time-lapse you just watched, that was 3 hours worth of digging, and as you may have figured out, this is just 1/4 of the digging that needs to be done. So that means I've got another 9 hours of digging ahead of me. And when I record it for time-lapse, you know, I'm worried about pausing and unpausing the record for the flow of the footage and everything else. So I'm just gonna finish off the digging, put some tunes on, get in the zone, and just dig for the next 9 hours. And then I will do the building side of it. So wish me luck. and I will see you all again when this has all been dug out.
2 days later.
Okay, so that last clip I recorded on Monday, and it is now Wednesday. Once again, I have vastly underestimated how long it takes to do things. It doesn't help that I had to drain out a bunch of water either, that takes so long. I've made some progress, but over there behind me you can see I haven't even started that section. So here's the plan. I'm going to build up 2 of the 4 platforms that I was planning on building, just to show you and give you an idea of where I'm going with this. And then I'm going to go and do some completely different things and forget about this area until next episode. I don't like leaving projects half finished, but I will get it done next episode, whatever it takes. You'd have thought that having played this game for 3 years, I'd have a better idea of how long things will take, but here we are. Alright, I'm going to crack on, and I'll see you again shortly. We are, well, done is not the right word, but I am at a point that I'm happy with. So the idea with these is, you'll notice the squares in the middle, and each one is going to have a beacon in it. And for those of you that don't know, beacons can be powered by 5 different things: netherite, emerald, diamond, gold, and iron. So, as you might have guessed, this one's going to be iron, this one's going to be gold, that one's going to be emerald, and that one over there will be a diamond beacon. And maybe, just maybe, if I collect enough netherite, I will put that one right here in the middle. Anyway, I've started putting in the mud on the sides as well, and you can see there's a bit of mud there. So the plan is basically that the mud is gonna extend out underneath the water over here, and then the water is gonna cascade in the gaps between these things. I was gonna say corners, but corners is definitely not the right thing. But that's the plan, and I'm working on a design for the floor at the minute as well. Just wanted to give you all an idea of how it's gonna look. Alright, so you regular viewers of the channel will know that I am trying to get all the advancements I can get, and that is why I find myself here in the nether right now, because the next one I'm trying to get is called Sniper Jaw, and you have to shoot a skeleton and kill it from 50 meters away. And skeletons spawn a lot in Solstan Valley, which is where I am, so that is what I am going to try and do now. So we got the Sniper Jaw, and while I was out getting mud, I actually got another couple of advancements. So I'd been carrying a crossbow around with me in the hope that villagers would turn up. After I momentarily lost them, I followed them into the nether, and I killed one of the villagers with a crossbow. Got me the Who's the Villager Now advancement. And as I was in the swamp and and those advancements for grabbing it up all in a bucket called Bucket. So I did that one as well. Just got a couple more advancements that I want to get done now. The first one is called Sticky Situation, and it's very simple. It just involves using a honey block to slow down your fall. Nice and easy. And for the second one, I need to find a goat. I'm sure I saw goats around here somewhere. Oh, there's one right here. It's not going well. Come on, come get in the boat. Okay, finally got it in the boat. And this is another one. Whatever floats your goat. Such a ridiculous advancement, but I love it. Okay, and the last one involves powdered snow, so I'm going to have to try and find some of that. That looks like powdered snow. It is. Okay, you can see it's got a different texture. So we're going to put on our leather boots. And there we go. It is powdered snow. And we get the light as a rabbit advancement. So speaking of powdered snow, I've put some cauldrons down so that when it snows they will fill up, and then you just come along with a bucket and that's how you get the powdered snow. I don't really need it for anything, so it's not like a huge importance, but it's good to have just in case I need it. And I think also over here I'm gonna set up a little area for the goats so I can breed them up and hopefully get all the different kind of goat horns that I was talking about earlier. But I'm not going to do that right now. I will do that at some point in the future. Alright, I think that's probably going to do it for today's episode. But before I go, I watch a few Minecraft YouTubers, and a couple of them do this thing where at the end of a video they put a comment up that someone's left that they think is awesome. And it's like, you know, comment of the week or whatever. And I thought it would be cool to do that too. So after you see me disappear, you will see my favourite comment from last week. I know these YouTubers get like thousands of comments and I get like 4 or 5, but I still think it's a nice thing to show appreciation when people show appreciation to you. So look out for that. And yeah, if you want a chance to be at the end of next week's video, leave a nice comment, and don't forget to hit the like button while you're down there, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing. But on that note, I will say goodbye to you all. I love your faces, and I will see you next time. Ow. That did not go as planned.